Jesus. This is the first thing y'all see. We're here. It's finally live. Finally live. Finally back on YouTube. It's been a minute. It's been hot out here. Had wildfires, you know. I won't say simple stuff, not simple stuff. We've been alright. Got a couple of videos. Moved this studio over here. No need to have that. We got a couple of videos today. I'm looking forward to it. I'm seeing one over here about Big Meech by JUJU Almighty that I might check out too. What's going on, people? How's everybody been? It's been a minute since I streamed. It's been a minute since I've got back into the content streets. So it's nice being back. Um, Audio's good. Audio's good. You know, it's been a minute, so you gotta check back into it. But yeah, got a couple of videos. We got a video from Watch CV. Got a video from August the Duck. And got a video from Too Lazy to Try. So I'm probably going to start off with this one because it involves Myron Gaines getting cooked, and I will never not take an opportunity to watch that. I'm sorry, I'm a petty motherfucker, but I will be cooling down. My new fan got a new fan up in here because I was a bitch out here, hot as a bitch. It's a hot ass summer. But hey, it'd be cool to go. But yeah, now let's start with this first video from YCV. Brittany Renner cooked Myron Gaines, which I'm all for that. I'm all for it. All for it. Let's go.
I actually do find it really entertaining.
I probably should record it. Did a whole intro for the stream and didn't even record the video there. So, it's my first introduction for this. Just fingers crossed. Shut up. Back at it again. We're going to be here. Check it out. Watch TV. This one is about Brittany Renner and Myron Gaines. Brittany Renner cooked Myron Gaines. Now, if nobody knows the lore, because you have a job and don't pay attention to this, when Fresh and Fit were at their peak, like their height of heights, they had done an interview with Brittany Renner on, I think it was Academics' stream, one of Academics' podcast when he was doing a podcast. And when that was going down, Brittany Renner just cooked and embarrassed them to their face. Just made them look like the chumps that they are, made them look like the pussies that they are, just made them look like the guys who have no idea what women want and what they don't know anything about women. Especially Myron, because he's a closeted homosexual. Walter pays for it, and Myron just doesn't like women. So that's two dudes who probably aren't the best ones to be talking about, what's the most appropriate thing about how to connect with women and be with women, it's that sort of thing. Because you got one guy who likes white men, that's Myron. If you've not seen any of the picture, you know what? Because I've never done this on my side of the stream. So what I'm gonna do is look this up because you know what? I always like keeping this archived in some of my videos just in case I like pulling this stuff up. I can just go right back to I can just go to a video and just go to one of my videos and just do it. So hold on, did he get rid of the? No, no, he didn't. No, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. So I'm gonna just put this up here. So the guy who's getting cooked is the guy that's in these photos. Here you go, kiss on the back of men right here, laying in bed with men right here. Nobody looks like they got any sort of clothing on right now. Him just passionately getting kissed by another man over here. So this is the guy who's trying to teach men how to be better with women, but he this is what he working with right now. This is what he's working with. Man, where did I lost the photo. Oh wait, no, here it is. I lost so this is that guy. That's the guy who is getting cooked by Brittany Renner. Obviously so, because again, I don't know how you had to. He also says living with women is gay. Being in a relationship with women is gay. Yeah, that guy who was just in all those pictures with men says living with women's gay. So you can kind of see why I'm looking forward to watching him get cooked. So I'm gonna just say, let's take it to Watts. Let's go, Watts.
I actually do find it really entertaining when two people that you do not like start beefing with each other. It's so fun to watch.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you know what? I had to. I think I had to prefix that. Don't think I'm like pro Brittany Renner around here. Just don't think that. I just when she's cooking it, it's like I don't know. I don't really got that many opinions for Brittany Renner. I'm gonna be honest. Not many opinions for Brittany Renner. Sh- it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know. I'm so used to she's like another Amber Rose type, just hanging around certain like athletes and like entertainers and things like that. So it's kind of like you seen one Brittany Renner, you've seen a lot of them. They almost all the same archetype. I'm not talking about all women, no, no, don't do that. Just the archetype of women that hang around these certain men, this certain demographic of men, this certain occupation that they have. So yeah, don't think that's just like a whole like rah rah Brittany Renner thing. I could really give two shits about Brittany Renner. I don't really care. But if some entertaining content comes out of it, hey, what's up, Brittany? I'm gonna react to it. What's up, Brittany?
As if you were unaware, Myron Gaines and Brittany Renner are currently beefing on Twitter. And yeah, like I said, I'm entertained. You guys already know why I can't stand Myron. He's racist, he's misogynistic, he's homophobic, etc. And honestly, Brittany Renner is an opportunistic bird, in my opinion. So yeah, to see these two go back and forth on Twitter has been very entertaining. But before we dive any deeper, you guys know the drill. Please do me a favor. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe. It really helps out with the channel and it lets me know that you're rocking with the content. While you're at it, please do me a favor. Do not forget to join the Discord.
I'm gonna have to be honest with myself. Because Twitter has turned into what it's turned into, the platform it has because of Elon Musk, is the reason why I don't have Twitter. But now, because a lot of my content is because a good portion of the news and content comes from Twitter, I might have to get Twitter. I'm gonna have to get back on Twitter again. Now, I'm not gonna like it. I just I know what that platform is now. It's just Cocomelon, right? Just brain rot, Cocomelon racist shit, porn, like I got, damn, I like some variety in my shit. But I guess if I want to be able to cover this shit and cover this drama, gotta get back on Twitter. Gotta get back on Twitter, I guess.
Make sure that you subscribe to the gaming channel as well. Do not forget to follow me on Twitch. And please do not forget to hype the video. I really do appreciate you guys. So before we look at the first clip, I do have to tell you guys that Myron actually did start this entire altercation. And that
Oh man, I don't think I remember when Myron just used to just randomly at nowhere, always in the middle of the night, just gets into these like he starts a beef with like in like either like a OnlyFans influencer, like an ex worker, or some women who are just like industry bops. I'm gonna say it. Brittany Renner is the definition of an industry bop. I don't really care. That's just what it is. Anybody who knows she's an industry bop. Not really insulting. I'm just stating the facts. That's just that is what it is. So yeah, Myron used to do that at all hours of the night, which is get into tiffs and like Twitter beefs with like just women. It's never dudes unless it's like Abba. If it's not Abba, he's getting into beef with women all day, every day. Like I've never seen a dude get into that many beefs with that many women in the middle of the night on social media. Like, damn, you ain't got other shit to do, bro. Like, this is really what you spend your middle of the night doing. Like, go to bed. Myron is one of those people who needs his phone taken away because he can't not just get in beefs with women in the middle of the night on Twitter. And this has been years. This has been years he's been doing this. So the fact that he instigated this is not surprising. He used to do this shit all the time, and I guess he still does.
Really isn't a shock considering how much he actually hates women. But apparently he retweeted something and Brittany caught wind of it and she responded and it just snowballed from there. So without further ado, let's look at the first clip.
I don't waste time. I don't care how public, like even the last guy I was with, I don't care how public we are. I don't care what we talked about, what we did. If you met my son, bitch,
Um, First things first, I didn't know Brittany Renner was streaming. She's apparently streaming on Kick, which actually makes sense knowing the type of platform Kick is. Which, if you see me dual streaming on Kick, I want you to understand I am doing it for the bag. I won't be doing none of this crazy shit. No, 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 no. I'm never doing that shit. That shit's wild. But if you do see me dual streaming on Kick, just know I'm doing it for the bag. I'm doing it for the bag. I want to be able to do this full time, being a content creator. So you know what? I'm doing it for the bag. I'm not gonna dual stream today. I'm not doing that. I'll save that for another day. But yeah, if you see me dual stream on Kick, I'm doing it for the bag. I just didn't know Brittany Renner, but also Kick would be the platform that would platform somebody like Brittany Renner because sometimes she be having just emotional meltdowns, and you know what? That is perfect for Kick content. They love they love live streaming a mess. Let me tell you.
why? Fuck you. Let your mother.
I'm not gonna lie, that sand on her elbow is bugging the out of me. Like, I don't know what it is, but just wipe it off. Why is it there?
Look, hold on, look at your eyes. Holy shit. Wait, hold on. Hold on. All right, hold on. Oh, God. Dude, do I remember how to? Oh, wait, hold on. Forgive me right now. Forgive me. Hold on. I'm gonna pause the recording. Anybody watching me stream right now knows that sometimes I forget to do some stuff in streaming. And one of the things I usually do forget is how on my laptop to do the capture. And the reason why I'm going to do it, let me remove me real quick because this right here, this is prime thumbnail right here. Like I'm telling you this right now, if anybody, this is prime thumbnail right here. Hold on, let me get this. Found it. Got it. All right, cool, cool, cool. I'm really glad I could get that because that is that's a thumbnail for the ages, people. I'm making sure I keep that one. That's sorry, I'm a little content brain. I saw that. I saw that, and I'm like, I gotta capture. I gotta get it. That one's gonna be a good thumbnail. I cannot wait for that one. But yeah, no, he just brought up this. Yeah, no, the second little bit. I don't know. My eyes just kept focusing. Like, you can wipe that off at any time. You don't got to just be sitting with that on there. But this was a great thumbnail. I just had to get it.
air. It's not even like sand is comfortable. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Love you. Whether they're closeted, whether they hate their life, whether they're insecure, they can't really handle being with you, whatever their funky fucking excuses for being lousy, it's just like, I don't gotta take that. And I actually saw something that guy from Fresh and Fit, Myron. First of all, Myron, okay.
Just invoking his name. Just invoking his name pissed him off. And the fact it was Brittany Renner, I think that's why it pissed him off. It's just like, okay, relax. You're okay. You're gonna live. It's okay, buddy. Oh my God.
I saw he had quote retweeted something was like, I told her this years ago. She's gonna be in her 30s, single, nobody takes her seriously. Baby, it's not that nobody takes me seriously. I don't take these men seriously.
Honestly, that goes both ways. You could not be taking these men seriously, but they could also not be taking you seriously too. That honestly works both ways. So that's a both ways kind of thing, Brittany. I don't know. I guess oh wait, hold on. I'm still recording. Wow, that is crazy. Hold on. Hold on. My bad. I forgot that I still wasn't recording. That one's on me. Yeah, it'll be all right, guys. We'll live and let die. We'll be all right. We'll be cool.
And I actually saw something that guy from Fresh and Fit, Myron. First of all, Myron, okay. I saw he had quote retweeted something was like, I told her this years ago. She's gonna be in her 30s, single, nobody takes her seriously. Baby, it's not that nobody takes me seriously. I don't take these men seriously.
And as I said earlier, that goes both ways. You can't, you cannot take these men seriously, but also there's also some men out here that might not be taking you seriously because of your past and because of stuff they've seen of you on the internet. And I'm not just talking about the different men you've been with. I mean, some of the antics, that Charleston White interview she did when she just like, I don't know what that was, but I don't think that one's gonna be like, oh yeah, that one was nuts. I don't know. I might actually go back and might look at that video too because her with that Charleston White thing was freaking nuts. And then there was that brief period she was with Kevin Gates and she converted to Muslim and then they got divorced after a couple of months and then she's not doing that anymore. It's just like it's been a lot. Like a lot. It's been a lot, Brittany. Like a lot of it.
Okay. If we're being honest, as much as I dislike Brittany Renner, I can tell you guys, it's going to be quite easy for her to get a man. Like, this is why I say Myron knows nothing. He never knows what he's talking about. Myron doesn't think that any man would take Brittany Renner seriously.
I notice how I said some men won't take her seriously. I didn't say all of them because you know what? He's right. He's right. You act like no dude is gonna holler at Brittany Renner like seriously. Like, come on now, bro. Come on now, bro. If you a man, we know men. Like, come on now, bro. We've seen some of the things that our fellow man has done. We can't act like we don't know. We can't act. I'm laughing about it because yeah, some men out there gonna take Brittany Renner seriously. Why not? They gonna see she fine. They ain't gonna give a damn. She got money. They don't care. They can say in public that they wouldn't, but yes, they would. They would take Brittany Renner seriously. And we don't really care if they do or not, to each their own. But Myron, Watts is right. Myron don't know what the fuck he's talking about. We've always known Myron doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to men. We've all known this. This isn't new news. It's just I don't know. She said his name, and just that was it. She didn't really say it. She just basically like halfway dismissed Myron, and I guess that's what triggered. I guess that's how it worked. He quoted, it worked because he quote tweeted something like coming at Brit. I don't know if it's just Brittany or said, I told her. What I'm guessing, I don't know if they're going to throw up the tweet. I don't know. If we go to Myron, he might throw up the tweet. But what I'm guessing from the tweet is just something about being single in her 30s. Myron quote tweeted it and was basically taking shots at Brittany Renner. And here we are. But yeah, no, Watts isn't wrong. Like some dude is gonna take Brittany Renner seriously. A lot of dudes, actually, a lot of dudes take Brittany Renner seriously. And Myron's gonna call them weak men, low value men. Myron's a closeted homosexual. Nobody cares what he thinks men who pursue women. They don't care what he has to say. If they do, they're incels who can't get women to begin with. So who cares? Like,
There are plenty of men today that want to date this woman and want to smash this woman. Byron, you literally complain about OnlyFans models getting wifed up all the time. Do you really think it's that far-fetched for Brittany Renner to find somebody at this point? You think it's that far-fetched for a man to take her seriously? Bro, there is always going to be a man that wants Brittany Renner. I'm sorry. I'm willing to bet money there are some high profile guys that are trying to get with her to this day. This guy doesn't know jack shit about relationships. He knows nothing of women, and he doesn't even know about men.
What is it like? What is there for me?
he doesn't know about men emotionally, the maturity wise, none of that. But when it comes to, like I said, he is a closeted homosexual. So he doesn't know a lot about men, but he knows a thing or two about men. I'm just saying. The way I showed you them pictures, I showed you those pictures. I'm not going to sit there. I showed you them pictures. Y'all saw that. Y'all saw that. There's no hiding that. I'm sorry. Like,
To do, and I feel like to Myron, there's a broader conversation to have than like weaponizing singleness.
I actually agree.
oh. Actually, I'm gonna let Watts do it. Then I'm gonna do it because she's not wrong. But I'm gonna let him go first.
I agree because I think it's weird that he always laughs at women for being single. Like that's totally weird to me because you don't even know why they're single. There are a lot of women out here that actually choose to be single. There are women out here that are working on themselves before hopping into another relationship. So yes, I will agree with her here. It is actually weird how he like weaponizes somebody being single. It's really weird.
Aren't you single? What happened to you?
Yeah, he is. This girl left the rollerblade Rico. But nah, to go to Watts, yeah, just you don't know why somebody's single. You don't know why someone's not in a relationship. They cannot want one right now. They could, yes, they could be working on themselves, whether internally, physically, psychologically. They could be working on themselves to be better. So when they're ready for a relationship, they're genuinely ready. Myron doesn't understand that because he's an idiot. He doesn't know anything about relationships. That's why he didn't have his first real relationship until he was 35. And that relationship didn't even last a full year. And she was already rollerblading with another dude. But he was still on his podcast, like he was still with that woman. That's on record. That's on the internet. Yeah, he's single too. Somebody could weaponize that. I'm just like, how are you an expert in your first real relationship wasn't until A, you were 35, and B, didn't last, and C, y'all never had sex. Not because they were waiting for marriage, just they didn't have sex. Myron paid her rent, gave her a credit card to go on shopping sprees, all kind of stuff. Basically, with a sugar baby, but he got no sugar back. And he didn't want any because he doesn't like women. He doesn't like them as people. He doesn't like them in the sexual manner. He doesn't like women, period. Like, he has a genuine disdain for women. Like, he is a hateful closeted homosexual. That's weird. Like, you hate women so much. It's weird. But also, yeah, no, we could weaponize your singleness against you too, Myron. You just using that against women. We can use that same thing against you. And the evidence of why you're single is on record. So we could literally point to here, 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 and here. I'm like, well, you could critique Myron for so many things. So many people have, rightfully so. But yeah, we could literally weaponize the fact that Angie left you for another dude, Rollerblade Rico. Why don't we start doing that? Since you want to start talking that shit, why don't we start doing that then? So yeah, no. Okay, that's a good point. One for Brittany.
You and your bitch. So it's like I feel like we're.
Well. Looks like I'm agreeing with a bird today. Damn. Okay.
I do nothing to do with the bird. Oh, not him doing the bird. Yo, stop it, bro. Stop. But yeah, nah. Some of these women y'all call 304s be cooking the hell out of you. Be cooking the fuck out of y'all, bro. Promise you. Promise you. They be cooking the fuck out of y'all. Like, bro, just tap out, Myron.
Brittany? Ah, shit. Okay, hey, that bird is squawking. That's true. What happened to you and your you single as well? I'm surprised I didn't even bring up that point. He always wants to talk about people being single. He has no body. He could have a boyfriend, I don't know. But to my knowledge, Myron is not in a relationship. He doesn't have anybody. So who the are you to talk about other people being single? I agree with her.
We're missing the plot and the point when we try to make it personal and like shame people as to like why don't you have somebody?
That's
because
weird.
a lot of
I
these people in
agree.
relationships are faking the fuck. They're faking the funk.
I mean, yeah. What you see on social media ain't what you see in real life. Some of these people look happy and all this kind of stuff in relationships, and sometimes that, like Myron, like try to act like he had the perfect girl, perfect relationship. He would go on podcast after podcast after podcast, and all it was basically a glorified sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship. He paid her rent, gave her access to his credit cards, and they never had sex ever. Even on their podcast, both of them denied like they don't have sex. So you know what I mean? Like we can really use the one relationship that you've ever had, your words, against you. And it would be rightfully so. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? But nah, Brittany Renner is cooking the fuck out this man. Let's go. She's cooking him, bro. Oh my God.
So it's like I really feel like I saw this post where it was like men want women that don't exist anymore. Women want men that don't exist yet. So I feel like that's where a lot of people's frustration is.
Now that I disagree with. I disagree with. I will say some women, not all women at all, but some women are very like strict when it comes to their personal preferences and they aren't necessarily willing to bend. There are a lot of great men out here. Hell, there are a lot of great women as well. But I personally feel like that people should focus on the things that actually like matter in a relationship. Yes, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be attracted to your partner because you should. That's a part of it. Physical attraction is important, but you should focus on if they are a loving partner, if they respect you, if they show affection, are they kind? Is he a gentleman? I mean, the list goes on, but whatever. That's just my opinion. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below. All right, you guys know Myron had a response, so
You know what? What she said wasn't that crazy. She made some very good points about people faking the funk about on social media, about trying to weaponize singleness against some people, and also Myron's single and his girl is already with somebody else. So I I don't really know what he's gonna say to this. I can't I can't wait to see what he says to this. Oh God, I can only imagine.
let's listen to what he had to say.
Hey, Brittany, you might want to fucking listen to this. Go ahead and clip this shit and send it to her.
Oh boy.
Brittany.
He already started off. He already come with the energy, bro. Oh my God, look at him. He's just hold up. I might get another thumbnail. Hold on, people. Hold up. I got two of them. I got two of them. Let's go. Right, this one's gonna be a good one. I ain't gonna lie. These are gonna be a good one. Let me tell you. Is this thing stuck again?
Male game is to attain. Female
Hold on, it's stuck again. What the hell? Hold on. Yup, it is. What the hell? There we go. Every time with this. It's the weirdest thing. But yeah, anyway, I got my two thumbnails. I'm good to go. Now, let's hear him deliberately not know anything that men need at all in life. Because he doesn't. Like,
game is to retain.
He's already wrong. He said male game is to attain, female game is to retain.
again, this dude don't know what again, this dude Myron doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Sometimes some people don't want to be in a relationship. Some people he wouldn't know about this because he doesn't have a girlfriend. Like he doesn't have a girlfriend because he lost her to Rollerblade Rico. Some men want to retain. And by retain, I mean some people want to be in a goddamn relationship. I know I know. He's already wrong. He's already off to he's already off being dumb as fuck already. His response hasn't even been that long yet. It's only been like a couple seconds.
Wrong, you dummy. You're in a relationship. You both should be trying to retain each other. So what, as a man, you just get into a relationship and you shut down? You feel like your hard work is done because you got her to be in a relationship with you? That doesn't make any sense. Young men, please listen to me. If you
And that right there is how Myra ends up with no girl. And she ends up rollerblading with another man. This is how this type of shit happens, Myron. Gentlemen, don't be like Myron and get your girl taken away by a dude in rollerblades. Don't do it. Be better than him. Whatever he says to do, do the complete opposite. You will lose your girl. You will be lonely. You will hate life for the rest of it. For the rest of your life, you will just be miserable if you listen to Myron Gaines. Look at him. Nothing about him screams happy. Nothing. What kind of happy man goes out and just starts beef in the middle of the night with women on social media? Who does this? No happy guys doing. You know what a happy man's doing? Sleeping. I'm too happy to fuck around like this. I want to go to bed. I'm happy and content. Motherfucker, I'm sleeping. I'm not beefing in the middle of the night. What is this?
are in a relationship, both the man and the woman should be trying to retain each other, spend time with each other, go on dates, reassure each other, just generally do nice shit for each other. And the list goes on and on. This is not a one-way street. Guys, if you get into a relationship with a woman and you're not doing anything, you're just simply existing, you aren't taking her out, you're not showing her affection, you're not spending time with her, she's going to be disinterested. And money is not going to be enough to save your dumb ass. I'm sorry.
That was a hell of a y'all ain't catch on the stream yet. You will. Whoa. I don't know. Well, I had to catch up a little bit. But yeah, Watt's 100% right. 100% correct.
Both of you should absolutely be trying to retain each other. I don't know what the fuck Myron is talking about, but if you listen to him, you're going to be single exactly like him. Matter of fact, look at his ex Angie. He even said it himself. She wanted more out of the relationship and he didn't want to give it to her. So what happened? They broke up. If you want to be single, listen to Myron.
To retain.
So fucking stupid.
If you're a single woman in your 30s, you have effectively failed the retention requirement.
You have failed everything it is to be a man, Myron. Like, I don't know how you're sitting there saying this. Yeah, I don't know how you're sitting here saying this. You have no girlfriend. You are not happy. You're losing muscle definition because you're probably just so much stress just eating away at you. Your business is collapsing. All you have in your life is fresh. That dude Mo and discount Terrence Howard over there who can't speak, who speaks worse than fresh, which is saying much. You can't talk about anybody else failing when I can look at your life and know that you have failed over and over and over again. But here you are judging somebody else. If you're in your 30s and you're a woman, you failed at the retention. Shut up. You have no right to talk about anybody else's failure in your life when this is your life. This is your life.
Okay? And the fact that you were famous, had money, and had access to these men, and you still weren't able to retain them is even more fucking.
She did. She was with PJ Washington. What makes you think she can't retain this man? Now she chose PJ Washington. He's probably an immature kid because he was like in his early 20s. Kevin Gates, who I don't know what's going on with him. He's doing his own thing. I really don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna speak on that. Shout out Kevin Gates. Okay, so she probably got a taste in her taste in men is probably not the best. I could say Fresh's taste in women is not the best because they keep finessing him for money and keep exposing him for being finessed for money. But it's like you what is that? What is this? Bro, he looks even more hold on. This might be better than the other one. Hold up. Hold on. He just looks like a sinister dork in this one. Look at him. He's just like he looks like a sinister dork. Like if Revenge of the Nerds became a real person, this is what it would look like. He just looks just so many just like thumbnail moments. Like look at this pose. Like what the fuck?
Embarrassing.
And he does the face after death. Just
Because you
I find it hilarious that he doesn't think that it's easier for a 30-year-old woman to find a partner than it is like a 30-year-old man.
it actually is easier for a 30-year-old woman to find a partner. It actually is, to be honest. Like, I don't know why he's thinking like it's difficult for anybody, like as they get older, to find somebody. It gets more difficult. No, I've actually seen like I think it's easier because like at that point in your life, you know what you want. You're at that point, you should be done playing games and stuff. So I think it might be easier the older you get because at that point, you both know what you want. You both have experienced life. You both know like what you do and don't like at this point in your life. So it's just like, no, he's actually right. I've seen it that the older you get, a lot easier it is to find somebody.
It is infinitely harder for men to find a partner than it is women in general, no matter what the age is.
had access to them. That's like me having money and status to some degree and having access to these women and still striking out.
Because you're a dork and a loser and socially awkward and you don't like women. So you striking out with women makes sense because you don't like them. So what? This isn't even a good point. Like you striking out with women, you don't like women, and you don't go outside. Like you said this on numerous occasions, you don't go outside. So these aren't good points you're making. Like, what are you talking about? Like you are the antithesis of what women want because you want to not be what women want because you don't want them. You want men, white men specifically. So I don't even know what this is for.
And not being able to get laid.
I mean, you are still
Okay.
single, but
If you can't get a guy to take you seriously, which is what's going on here, don't fucking try to reframe and say you don't take them seriously. No, they don't take you seriously. Because it is not within your power to decide if there's going to be a relationship or not. That's on the man.
but how the fuck does he know that? How does he know
He doesn't know that. He's had one relationship his entire life and he failed. He doesn't know any of this. He knows nothing of what he's talking about. He's dumber than a pseudo intellectual. A pseudo intellectual is already bullshit, but he's dumber than that. I didn't think it'd be possible. You could be dumber than a pseudo intellectual, but Myron really is. He's the dumbest pseudo intellectual I probably have ever met in my life. I've never even met him in real life, just what I've seen on the internet. He's probably the dumbest pseudo intellectual there probably has ever been, and that's saying something.
For sure that she isn't being taken seriously. Like, look, not everybody thinks like you. Actually, there aren't a lot of guys that think like you at all, because a lot of us are straight. Anyway, you do not know who is in this woman's DMs. I am willing to bet money. Like I said earlier in the video, if she really wanted somebody, she could have somebody right now. And I don't even like Brittany Renner. You can call me a simple whatever. I don't like the bird. I could care less. But I also have common sense, bro. She's well known and she's attractive. There are plenty of men that would love to be with her.
What is it like? What is there for me to do? And I feel like, to Myron, there's a broader conversation to have than like weaponizing singleness. Huh?
He's not even paying attention. He over there. Well, he's trying not to pay attention. He's like on his phone, not even paying attention. Like, I don't, only under a mass hypnosis of this. What? She was caught. What? I ignore that. Ignore that. What's ever going on over there?
Aren't you single? What happened to you and your bitch? So it's like, I feel
Why she gonna be like, I'm single by choice.
like we're missing the plot. And
Let's talk about this. This is another thing that women often do. They'll sit there and they'll try to say, oh, what happened to you and your bitch?
I mean, yeah, what happened to you and your girl? Like, that's a valid point. Like, bro, how many times? Oh my God. Because everybody, since Charlie Kirk passed away, everybody has been trying to redo the debates on like college campuses and try to be Charlie Kirk. When he tried to do that, it said women need to be back in the kitchen. I'm not saying that, YouTube. That was the thing he was doing. I'm not that stupid. But yeah, they always bring up like what's going on you and your relationship because he's not with anybody. He had no girl, so he had no legs to stand on. So yes, that's a valid point. Because who are you, somebody with no girlfriend whose girl left him for another dude, Rollerblade Rico? Who are you to talk about somebody else and their ability to maintain a relationship when you couldn't do it yourself? So yes, it's a valid point to bring up. It's like what happened to you and your girl? That's a valid point. We saw what happened to you and your girl, and it didn't end well. So why are you talking? That's a very valid point of why are you talking right now?
Once again,
What happened?
me being in a relationship versus you being in a relationship are two different things.
Shut the fuck up. Who the fuck is this guy? No, it's not. No, it's not. I don't know what it is. Oh my God. Dude, what are you? I can't with this fucking guy, man. I can't. Like, what do you, no, it's not different. No, y'all both single. Y'all both can't retain a relationship. Y'all both got things you got to work on. You're Myron, you're just in the closet. And Brittany, she got some like emotional things she got to work through in order to heal whatever the fuck she got to do. But Myron, shut up. It's not any different, you idiot. Just because you're a man and a woman does that's he thinks just because that exists, there's so many like differences between us. We do have differences, but not that much. If you actually sat down and actually like thought about it and actually like no, we're not. So him saying this is fucking ridiculous. Shut the fuck up. Me being a you was just different. No, it's not. Shut up. So fucking guy.
She said earlier, I'm not here to waste time.
God, his chat is
public
racist,
we
bro.
are.
Crap. I'm gonna have to edit that shit out. Holy crap. Oh my God. Hold on. Oh my God. Hold on. I gotta move me over here because his chat is wild. Holy shit. I just looked up and saw that. Holy shit. Oh, dude. And I'm about to edit the little bit that was over there too, because YouTube, that I did not know. Don't put that on me. I did not do that. I did not know that was gonna happen. Holy shit.
I don't care what we talked about, what we did. If you met my son, bitch, bye. Fuck you. I left every time. I don't waste time.
I don't waste time. Why is that important?
What? Because why would I waste my time with what? I actually want to hear where he's going with this, because in my mind, that's not really an important thing. Okay, she doesn't waste her time. She doesn't think anybody's taking her seriously. She's not going to take them seriously and move on. I'm wondering how he's going to spin this. I really am. I want to see him do it. Let me do it. Hey, I want to see. I want to see how he does it. I swear. I want to see it.
Oh, well.
It's important because Brittany understands that.
I'm sorry, I fucking hate his soundboard. It's so fucking corny, bro. I know some people have complained about my soundboard in the past, but his is so fucking cringe.
As a female, she has a finite amount of time to consolidate on the most attractive man that she can.
Bro, Cher is 80 years old. And
Airport music of Alexander A. Edwards is 40. The two. Whoa. 40. Whoa. So, okay. So, you can never say that of ever in life. Cher is 80 with a 40-year-old. Like, I don't want to hear it. Like, bro, if this is happening in the world, don't say Brittany Renner. I don't even know how old she is. She's like in her 30s. Cher in her 80s getting a 40-year-old. Shut up. Like, bro, like, you don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about, bro. Just stop it.
her boyfriend is fucking 40 years old. Like I said, Myron has no idea what he's talking about, and I don't care what any of you say in the comments down below. It is easier for women to find a partner than it is men. Yeah, Brittany Renner is in her 30s, but she gonna be all right. And he's acting like she looks like a prune, like she looks terrible. I don't like Brittany Renner, but I would be lying if I said she doesn't look good. Matter of fact, there are younger guys that are willing to be with Brittany Renner.
And this actually contradicts her next attempt at insulting me, which is, didn't you have a girlfriend? Aren't you single? Yeah. A single man is not the same as a single woman.
I mean, he's right, because the woman left. Because Brittany said she left the men who were wasting her time. Angie left you. Actually, wait, hold on. So when she talked about wasting my time, I left. You were wasting Angie's time. Angie wanted to. This is all on the internet. This is all documented. We've all seen this. She wanted to have kids, and you just wanted to work all the time, and she left you because you wouldn't have kids with her. So you were wasting her time, and she left. So honestly, she's closer to Brittany Renner than, because she just said, if you're wasting my time, if you're not like taking her seriously, she left. She left every time. You weren't taking Angie seriously. You weren't taking a relationship seriously, and she left. Wow. So both these women thought their time being wasted by some guy, and they left to go find somebody to try to take them seriously. I'm really trying to see how he's going to spin this as some sort of W for him.
Yes, it is. You both are single. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
At all. At all. I could take my fucking time. I can have.
So can she. What? You both can. Everybody can take the time they need to be ready for a relationship. I don't know why you're just like, what are you talking about? You both can take your time, you idiot. What are you talking?
A kid into my fucking 60s, 70s if I want.
You don't want children. You had the opportunity to have children with Angie, and you just didn't do it. You're a multi-millionaire. You got all these properties. You could be involved in your child's life. You just did not want to have kids because you don't want to have children. That's not what you want to do. You want to tell other people to have children, but you don't want to be the one to do it. Shut up. You had that chance and you didn't do it deliberately, and your girl left you. What are you talking about? He talks about contradicting. He contradicts himself every fucking time in the same day. Hell, sometimes in the same stream, in the same sentence somehow. What are you?
But there are also a lot of men that would want to be with Brittany Renner that don't want kids. And she already has a kid. So maybe she doesn't want another kid. It's just weird that he doesn't think about these things. I know men personally that do not want kids. Bro, when I talked to Preach from Abba and Preach, he told me that he didn't want kids, if I'm not mistaken. There are men out here that do not want kids, and that's okay. I know Myron and the rest of these red pillars may think a woman's worth is determined by her giving birth, but that's not necessarily true, like at all.
You can't do that. We are not on the same timeline whatsoever. Once again, this is females conflating the male sexual strategy as if it's the same as the female sexual strategy. No, your job is to consolidate and get the best guy that you can.
Look at his chat, bro. I hate effing women. And then it's also just a bunch of like Nazi shit in his chat. This is a bunch of incels, bro.
And this is why I had to move me from over there over here. This is why I had to move that over there because of his fucking ridiculous ass chat. Myron, you're dating shit. You don't want to date women. That's not what you want to do. You don't like women. And according to your chat, this is the only bit I'm going to show because there's not really any anti-Semitic stuff yet. Yeah, his chat hates women. Like, look at this shit. You can see it right here. His chat hates women. So again, your dating strategy, you hate women. You don't care about having a proper dating strategy for women because you don't like them. Like, I don't know who this is for. It has to be for his audience because they're dumb as shit and can't recognize that he's not setting you up to meet women. He's setting y'all up to hate women, and you're doing it. So what?
While you're at your fucking peak. My job is to get to my peak and then have as many fucking women as I want. And then it's on them to go ahead and try to secure me for a relationship.
One did, and you didn't give her a kid, and she left you for somebody who would actually be open to starting a family. So honestly, that doesn't make any sense at all. That makes no sense at all.
That's how it goes.
So how come no one has secured you for a relationship recently? That's what I want to know. Why hasn't that happened? Because from my understanding, you're still single.
You want quality? I want quantity. In order for you to get the quality, you got to consolidate when your value is at the highest. In order for me to get the quantity, I got to fucking get my value to the highest. Then I pick and choose.
Also, not all men want quantity. There are a lot of men that don't want 1,000 hoes. Like, to me, look, even if I wasn't married, that shit is exhausting, bro. Like, when I was in college, I've dealt with multiple women at once, and I was tired navigating all those feelings, navigating all those personalities. I was exhausted. I cannot imagine doing that shit in my 30s. I don't want that. That's not fun.
It's incredible to me how women do not understand this very simple fucking concept when it comes to human attraction. A single man is not the same as a single woman at all. Because like I told you guys before, our game as the man is to attain. Their game as the woman is to retain.
He didn't say shit this whole time, bro.
I can't attain females, I'm a loser. If you can't retain men as a woman.
I mean, you're still a loser. You still are. I ain't gonna lie. It's literally the Kendrick Lamar line. You could be a bitch even if you got bitches. Like, Myron's still a bitch. And he doesn't like women. Fresh pays women to get their attention. He's still a bitch. Like, none of these dudes are anybody to look up to or any shape or form pattern your life after because they're freaking losers and they're like, I don't like. You're still a fucking loser, Myron. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Woman.
But you can't attain women without your status. So what does that make you? Either way, you sound like a loser to me, bro. I didn't need status or money to attract women. There are plenty of men on the internet that do not need money or status in order to attract women. You do, however. So I don't know. Either way, you're a loser to me, but whatever.
You're a fucking loser. It's actually incredible to me how women don't like overtly understand this. And here's the thing. They subconsciously understand it, though. Why do you think she said, I don't waste time?
What? Because why would she want to waste time with somebody not taking her seriously when she can go be with somebody who actually take her seriously and value her time? This is basic shit. Like, I don't know why he's acting like this is like some like, why'd you say she didn't want to waste time? It's a very easy question to answer. He's just being a fucking moron about this.
Because she knows that the fucking time clock is ticking.
When she
already has a kid, so that clock is irrelevant for this. You don't even know if she wants more children, so that clock is fucking irrelevant anyway.
says, I don't want to waste time, she could mean I don't want to waste time in a relationship that's going nowhere when I can be in another relationship that could be prosperous. It's not always about their biological clock, bro. How do you even know that she wants to have more kids in the first place? All right, let's listen to Brittany's response to.
Oh god, it's a response to the response. Oh damn, I thought it was just the 1-2, but she came back at him again. This one's like a minute 46. Let's go. I'm so ready for this.
Myron.
Did you guys see that video that got assault? Did you guys see that video that Myron made? Or did anybody in here listen to anything that Myron said when he was ranting for 4 minutes? Yes or no? Myron
Honestly, we're lucky it was only 4 minutes.
game.
That's not the truth. He could have dragged that shit out for almost a half hour. He's done it before. Just dragged the same fucking talking point over and over again for 30 minutes bare minimum. So the fact there's only 4, we got spared like a motherfucker. Thank God.
You get no bitches. Oh. You're bitch ass nigga. Whoa. Your YouTube is not monetized.
I mean, she's not wrong. You get no bitches. You are a bitch ass nigga. You're not monetized. I mean, I'm not yet because I'm starting now. You're not monetized because you're racist. She already hitting him with straight facts 3 right off the bat. Like,
So you're literally yelling.
Again, here I am agreeing with a bird. God damn. Hey, Brittany, I still don't like you, but go off. You spitting because he is indeed demonetized.
Yelling at the screen for nothing. And you're just mad.
he really is just yelling at the screen for no money. That's actually true. The fact he's still he's still streaming. I don't know why he's still streaming posts on YouTube knowing he's going to get no money from it. I don't know why he's still doing that. I really don't know. So she's not wrong about that either. You are literally screaming for no money.
You want this pussy and you don't know how to ask for it, babe. Okay?
All right, that part, no, that's not true. That part, I'm mad to say, no, that part's not true at all. No, he's not worried about that at all. That's not what that is. No, she got me with the first few. I'm like, all right, yeah. She cooking. She did the last part. He don't like women. This man has gone on a podcast saying female vaginas are gross. So that last part, all right, you lost me at the last part, Brittany. That one not true. That was not true at all. I saw the pictures earlier. He ain't worried about that. No, bro. No, stop.
Nobody in here watched your shit. I'm not watching that shit. I'm only going back and forth with men I'm fornicating with. You sit here yapping for 4 minutes.
Okay.
That's weird. That's only go back for a minute. That's weird. Okay. All right. It started off cooking up. Now we just get into a different place now. I don't know what the fuck we're doing now.
You cannot. Okay, you cannot say I'm only going back and forth with men I'm fornicating with while you're going back and forth with Myron. Does that mean you giving Myron vagina? What are you talking about? Like,
watch, you know damn well he ain't taking that shit. You know damn well he ain't about that vagina life. He is not about that vagina life. You know this. You know this. Why are we doing this? Y'all know he ain't about that life. Stop it. Cut it out.
that didn't even make any sense.
I put that shit on mute. I guess another one of my toxic traits is I don't know. I like all that silly ass shit.
Your face is in it.
You yelling and all that shit. See? I mean, I'm trying to kiss and make up, and you yapping. You talking too much. And that's your motherfucking problem. That's probably why your bitch left you. My thing is how you giving advice?
No, I'm telling you.
And you're single too. Did I say that you say too much?
Of course not, Queen.
Oh, okay.
I heard bitch ass
Bitch ass nigga is what I said.
ninja.
Thank you, white lady, for not saying the N word. I really do appreciate that. Thank you.
I said he's gay anyway.
No hoe.
Yeah, thank you. Like again, like you talking about this, like he's in the closet. Like I don't know what to do. Like yes, he gets no hoes. And the ones he gets are on the podcast that he has to lie to them about what the podcast is, and they don't find out until they're there.
Honestly, no bitches.
Okay.
You're not monetized.
You
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck
guys.
up talking to me, bitch.
You guys.
He needs therapy. You're mad at your mother. Bitch, your dad didn't raise you right. And you
Both of those things are facts. All right, she back to cooking again. There you go. Stay away from the whole he can't ask about. He ain't worried about that. This right here, you back to cooking again. Go right. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
sitting up here worried about me and what I'm doing. Again, you want this pussy, you don't know how to ask for it.
Yeah, damn it. Again, you had it and you just lost it again. You had it. You fucking had it. It just fumbled it again. Damn it.
And you were really sweet when I met you in person, so let's not do that. It's
Why he was sweet when they was in person. Yo. Oh shit. Now you doing rah 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 on the internet in person. You was sweet. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh, she gonna make him look like a whole bitch. Oh no.
maybe not the same in real life. I hate that for you.
Hey man, getting cooked by a bird is crazy. I feel for you, Myron. Not really. You deserved that verbal assault, but that was hilarious. And you know Myron had to respond once again, but this time, thank
Bro, again? Dude. So it's a response to the response to the response. Oh shit. I hope they keep beefing. I hope there's more content to come with this. Cause oh god.
God it was just with a simple tweet. He said, I'd rather be demonetized on YouTube than being demonetized in life.
You are demonetized. What? You are demonetized in real life. What? You think you have value in real life, Myron? What? You are demonetized. You're demonetized on YouTube and in life. What are you talking about? This is shit I be talking about. I don't know what the fuck. This shit I be talking about. He just be saying shit that makes no sense. Like, bro, you are.
This thought is cooked. First off, I don't even know what that means. That was such a lame ass response. Do you know why? Because every couple of months, both Fresh and Fit whine and bitch and moan about being demonetized on YouTube. Why can't we be monetized? I could make the argument you being demonetized on YouTube is you being demonetized in life. But again, you don't know what's going on in Britney's life, bro. I'm sure she's just fine. I hate to say it, but Britney was mostly right with everything that she said, bro. And honestly, that last response was weak as but that's just me. Guys, let me know what you all think in the comments down below. Do you agree with anything that I said? Do you disagree? Please do me a favor, let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, do not forget to share, like, and subscribe. Really helps out with the channel. Lets me know that you're rocking with the content. And while you're at it, please do not forget to join the Discord, subscribe to the gaming channel, and follow me on Twitch. And please do not forget to hype the video as well. I really do appreciate you guys, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
That was a good video from Watts. That was really good. I hope they keep beefing. I hope I keep beefing because then I get to keep reacting. That's gonna be great. That was a good video from Watts. Good video. That's a great way to start the day. That's a great way to start. Now, do we want to go August the Duck, or do we want to go Tom Segura divorces his wife? Which one we want to do? Huh? You know what? I'll do the too lazy to try. I'll do the too lazy to try, but I'm gonna get some snacks real quick. Give me a second. insane in the membrane. God damn it. I got rid of this every time. I swear to God, I don't need this shit. Ignore this, y'all. If anyone's ever had a computer, you know these motherfuckers will not stop until you buy whatever's. Oh my God. No, no, no. 'Cause y'all really want me to get this thing I don't need? Oh my God. Fuck off. Jesus. All right. Now, now that I got all that McAfee crap off of me, let's get into this video right now. I'm too lazy to try. I've reacted to his videos numerous times. He's really funny. And he's covering the Tom Segura divorced his wife. That I had no idea. I guess I'm not that tapped into Tom Segura. But yeah, no. No. Right now, he's divorcing his wife, and we're going to cover that. Didn't think that was going to happen, but here we are. Here we go. Tom Segura divorces his wife, Christina P. Make sure you guys check out the original content creator on the video to let you try. Make sure you support him. Here we go.
Was it yesterday, last night?
I don't know.
I was, you were sitting in the chair and I went up to you and I was trying to make kissies with you. What do you, is Yana, am I being,
Already, I'm getting a weird vibe off Tom Segura. Why are you looking like that? Because your wife wanted to kiss you. That's kind of weird, bro. That's a weird reaction to have. Says trying to make kiss face, and you're just getting like, I would never look at my girl like that. She ever says she tried to make kissy face with me, especially on live internet. Why are you making that face for? Like, what are you doing?
inaccurate and
No, I'm
facts
just
right now?
No, I'm just taking myself there. I'm going.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. That's like weird old guy humor. Like, yeah, just gotta hang out with the wife. Like, it's weird humor like that.
Unreal.
If Christina died,
Who's the guy dying in the background? Like that, like, dude, it's not that funny. Like, you thought you heard the greatest joke of all time. It's not that damn funny.
what would your move be?
What would my move be?
Like,
do you
what
mean?
would you do?
Enjoy my life. I don't know. Like, you get over it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You. No, I mean, you would.
All right, Tom, that's a red flag.
That's there would be tears, but
That's a humongous red flag. I can tell he's kind of joking back and also I saw the title of this video, so I don't know. Loki, was he actually joking about that? I don't think so.
you know, you got 2 kids. You gotta move forward.
The show must go
The
on.
show- we're not gonna skip a podcast that week. You know, we're gonna fucking.
Right.
We're gonna do our stuff. We got things to do.
All right, so we have Tom Segura and his wife Christina P. getting divorced after 18 years. I know, shocking news. Who could have seen that coming? I mean, I'm honestly surprised it took this long. I think in a video like 2 or 3 years ago, I said these two wouldn't last much longer because you could tell Tom was so over his marriage and was just trying to do his own thing. Like, once he became really successful, famous, and lost weight, he kept making it obvious he was fantasizing about being single and was getting sick of doing a podcast with Christina.
We already knew when they started to do their separate podcasts. As he was so horrible to treat like property. Tom finally going to get his whoa, 2 formerly fat people filing for divorce. Yo. Oh yeah, Jelly Roll. I forgot. This wasn't even reference to Jelly. Oh yeah, Jelly Roll. I guess getting skinny. I guess get successful and skinny. All of a sudden, you want to leave your wife after many, many years. Which is wow. That's why you got to work out. Don't take that Ozempic. Don't do that Ozempic shit that makes you think you're a lot better than you are. No, I'm fucking around. These guys just, I guess they're finally in shape, so they feel like, oh, fuck it, I've outgrown my wife. I can, be single and shit like that, whatever.
I don't think they've done an episode together in like 3 months. So the writing was definitely on the wall, and Christina put up with a lot.
Did you say 3 months? They haven't done a podcast episode together in 3 months? Oh, yeah, no, there was a big ass problem. You're not doing a podcast you started with your wife for 3 months? Yeah, no, that's something wrong with that. No.
You know, between Tom's meltdowns, him crashing out on the pores, him being annoyed with her all the time, him doing podcasts with corn stars and trying to
Vigo said it the fourth. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Tom Segura had a period, I think it was like last year. I don't know if he still does, of him just shitting on poor people. I don't know what it is, just shitting on poor people. It's just like, bro, Tom, calm the fuck down. It's not that serious. It's not that serious, big dog. But apparently to him it was. He just had to go at poor people. He's doing podcasts for Adriana Chechik. Yeah, nah, he's probably having a little bit of a midlife crisis right now, aren't you, Tom? A little bit of a crisis in your life, aren't you, buddy?
started an OF business. I mean, Tom didn't seem to give a fuck what his wife thought. Like, he'd always kind of make jokes about how he's over her, but I don't know how much of those were really jokes. So I think once he became really famous and started making a lot of money, that was it. I think he was definitely looking to get out of that relationship. So apparently it was an amicable split, and they're going to continue trying to do the podcast network together, but I don't know how.
So they're split, but they're still, bro, do you know how professional you got to be to handle that? I don't know. I don't see them being able to handle it. I don't think, I don't, I don't even know how. They've been doing this podcast for almost as long as they've been married. I don't know how they're going to do this. That's because, Tom going to start fucking. He's divorced. He going to start being, I can see single Tom Segura being way more way more overly subtly flirting, hitting on women. Because he's not married anymore. I could definitely see him going that route with it. I could definitely see Tom Segura just easing into that just a lot.
That's gonna go. I mean, Tom's been checked out of that and his relationship for a while now, and based on how he's been acting, I think he's definitely having a midlife crisis. And I think Andrew Tate probably had a big influence.
Tom lost 30 pounds and turned into Andrew Tate and alienated his entire fan base. Fat Tom was the best. 2018 Tom and Christina would have bullied 2025 Tom and Christina. Turns out when you give an asshole money, he becomes a bigger asshole. Now Tom can be this true love himself. Hey man, hold on, let me get a photo of this. Hold on, let me get this. Let me remove me. This might be the thumbnail for this, honestly. Hold on, let me grab this. Hold on. Got him. Gotta be part of the thumbnail for this video because damn Tom.
On him too, because when they had on Tate like 4 or 5 years ago now.
Damn, that was 4 years ago. I remember when that video dropped. It just seemed so weird. I'm like, he's on Tom Segura's podcast. I did not know it was 4 years ago. That's crazy. And just an update, everybody. Oh wait, hold on. I'm not on there. Hold on. Just to update everybody. Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan. It was either this morning or yesterday. Arrested in Miami, extradited to the UK for more charges. And I would like to say, thank God. I'm so glad this happened. I don't like him. He is a sex trafficking rapist. He's a PDF file. His words. He's literally gone on record talking about him being with his bottom bitch when she was 15. This is on record. So yeah, no, get him out of here. Get him out. Kick him out. Out of here. Let's go. Out of here.
When Tate was doing his whole red pill spiel, Tom was like, man, this is exactly what I needed to hear. And then, of course, he started yelling at his fans for being broke. He started hanging out with corn stars, and he was about to start an OnlyFans agency, and he got divorced.
Is that real? Really?
You know what? So many women say to me, you're so, Andrew, you know what? You're so rich, but you're smart, and you're actually very intelligent, and I know you'd get really bored of a robot. And I'm sitting there thinking, bitch, I wish to God you were a robot. You better shut the fuck up. We talk about star signs? Oh yeah, I'm so glad. Tell me more about by Sagittarius rising, you idiot. I don't give a fuck. Give me a robot. All men want robots. That's all we want.
Yeah.
4 wives, robots, inshallah. Put the burqa on.
Yep.
What are you talking about? We don't care. 2 coffees. I'm never gonna look at a beautiful woman who does everything I say and go, you know what? You do too much of what I say. I want to go get some disagreeable bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
On what
See,
planet?
Listen, we've had world famous comedians sit across from him. He's never spit coffee out of his nose like
Well,
he just did for you.
It's, you know what it is? Sometimes you see these videos of these guys that are lost, and then they walk into a church, and then the preacher says like the exact right thing from the Bible, and the guy's like, "Oh my God, this is what I needed." I feel the same way right now. I feel like.
And when I watched it, I thought he was just joking and trolling with them. But now, 4 years later, he was dead ass. That literally awakened something in Tom to divorce his wife and I guess probably start dating women half his age. That's gonna be the next step. He's gonna date some woman half his age. He's gonna be fucking with some 20 something because that's the type of midlife crisis shit that is probably happening to me right now. Andrew Tate inspired Tom to have a midlife crisis, divorce his wife, and get with a girl in like her early 20s. That's basically all this is. I definitely can see that happening next.
Yeah.
I love to hear that, Frank.
What's the longest you've been in a monogamous situation?
Monogamous?
Like,
Fuck is
no.
So wait.
No.
You mean her being monogamous to me or me being monogamous to her?
The latter. Will it ever happen?
I don't see the point. I don't see the advantage.
Children.
I can have children while fucking another bitch. Watch me.
But here's the deal, man. But they will drain your finances. Multiple baby mamas.
And during a podcast, Christina
That's not even inaccurate. Yes, they will paying for multiple child support. But then again, Andrew Tate doesn't give a fuck. See, a sex trafficking rapist, like I told you, and Tom Segura heard this and thought, "My God, I've waited my whole life for this."
actually joked about how she'll use the threat of taking Tom's money to prevent a divorce.
Baby mama divorce.
Mhm.
Divorce is the first one.
Yeah.
Men get clean out. So you
Yeah.
and I cannot split. If you want to keep your money, bro.
This is your sales pitch?
This is my sales pitch on staying married forever, okay?
So that aged well. Also, once Tom started hanging out with corn stars, that was probably another sign. Him and Bert were trying to convince their wives to let them have a threesome with a corn star.
Wait, would you really, like, I know this was a joke. Would you really have sex with Tom and I at the same time?
Totally.
That's so crazy.
He would do it for the content. I don't think she'd give a fuck. She would do it for the content. She would do it for the culture. She would let this is Adrian Chechik. She'd do it for the culture. Like she'd do it for the culture. Why would she give a fuck, man? God. Watch both of them get. Tom got divorced. Watch Bert get divorced, and all of a sudden, this actually is a thing. And then it was like, "Oh, we did not think this through at all."
Yeah.
Why weren't our, like, what's wrong with our wives that they won't?
What the fuck do you mean? Why would they want this? What do you mean? What are you talking? Oh my God. What is wrong with them, man? Oh my God. Fuck is actually wrong with this dude, man? What is wrong with
Let us do that.
They're
Well,
fucking
they're-
retards.
They're just listen.
It's just
They're holding on to they're holding on. That's nice, you know. They don't want to share. It's the
Yeah.
same thing.
Then Tom brought another one of his corn star friends on his podcast to joke about how she's replacing Christina. And at this time, Christina was recovering from breast cancer surgery.
that? That's a level of piece of shit I didn't think I was going to experience during this video. But wow, Tom, that's. I know you're both comedians, but wow, when your wife is recovering from breast cancer, do you want to make these like weird? And now that you can divorce in hindsight, I don't think you were fucking joking. Wow. Just wow.
So this is a bit they're doing, and his wife was there, but they got divorced less than 2 years later, and so I don't think Tom was really joking about his wife being replaced. Like, obviously, there's some truth to all these jokes he'd make. I mean, while his marriage is on the rocks, he brought on a corn star to stare at and joke with about how she's replacing his wife. You know, that's pretty on the nose.
We certainly send her our warmest wishes. Hope that she's doing well, and you know, you just kind of gotta keep doing stuff. So sitting in for her today is new Christine. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, really good.
New Christian. Bro, you didn't have to go that far. It was funny at first. No, it wasn't. It's not even funny. Okay, you didn't have to call her New Christine. You're not funny. Like, dude. Yeah, I see why. Yeah, this divorce was coming from a mile away. Just Jesus.
Everybody's happy that you're here.
Mhm.
We've all just been elated to have you fill in. I feel so connected.
I'm just so happy to be here.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It is cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone is saying how cool you are. I feel such a bond already. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ever since I met you a few minutes ago, I was like,
That's so hot.
it is.
Whoa. That I'm glad where I was blocked that. I really am. I really am glad I blocked that because that Jesus Christ, Tom.
So I feel like I don't know. It's like it's weird, but like when you.
Oh, you're staring right at her chest, man. It's not even to be like joke or funny, bro. Like it's not like you just like can't stop staring at her chest. He's still doing it. Hold on. Did I get it? Hold on. I think it did. Hold on. Let me check over here. You should be able to see it. Yep, got it. God, I got hell of thumbnails. Oh man, this is gonna be great. All right, I got.
Walked in, I was like, I mean, I don't know if it's saying too much.
She's still staring at her chest, like he's still doing it. You can tell by where the fuck his eyes are looking.
But I was just like, soulmate, you know what I mean? Like I don't know if you felt it too, but
I so felt it.
you did.
I so felt it right away.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? You're here.
Well, yeah, I told you I was gonna be a little bit late, but
I didn't think you were coming
I didn't
in.
know we had a guest.
Oh,
Hi.
actually, she's.
Hi,
I'm-
Christina.
I'm new Christina.
Oh.
Oh my God, you guys have the same name. That's great.
I get this was probably like a bit they were doing, but seeing this in hindsight, this is like not funny at all. Like at all. Like it's like coming in like you trying to replace your wife, and then the wife walks in on you. This is like the kind of weirdo skit he's trying to do. But the fact life is kind of imitating this right now just looks wild as fuck in hindsight.
Well, just because we didn't know if you were going to be here today.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Tom was cheating on his wife at this point. I mean, I'd be surprised if he wasn't. And I think these bits he's doing where the joke is that it's basically true are just as embarrassing for his wife. Like, also, him and Bert talking about starting an OnlyFans management company. I'm sure she is thrilled about that. I mean, her husband, who she has 2 young kids with, was trying to find women to pimp out on his podcast. So Tom must just not care what she thinks, or anyone thinks for that matter, because this was wild. You know, the secondhand embarrassment their wives felt must have been through the roof. But I think one of them put an end to it. I'm pretty sure Bert's wife, because I don't think they talk about this as much anymore. So I think somebody had to step in, which probably disappointed Tom's idol, Andrew Tate, you know, for them to let their wives stop this. You know, and this is what Andrew Tate used to do. This is how he made his money.
Yeah, nah, like this is who Tom Segura was like inspired by. This guy winking while he's getting put in the back of a police van to face trafficking charges. This was the guy Tom Segura was like, damn, this is a hell of an inspiration. I need my life to be like this. This is the guy. This is who Tom Segura was championing. It's like, so yeah, round of applause, Tom. Round of applause for you, buddy. Round of applause.
Pimping girls out on OnlyFans and webcams. So Tom was really trying to follow in his footsteps.
That's a really good one. Let's see who else.
Okay.
Oh,
shit. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Wow, way to bring it. Way to fucking bring it.
Some of them just get it, dude.
God, some of them just fucking get it. Yes.
So
yes.
if you're listening right now or watching, because we're probably not showing you this, this is a woman who is posing. You're seeing her from behind. One leg is up, and then she has a full bottle of Porosos in her no-no hole.
And you could really tell.
Why? Why is y'all are in your 50s? Why is this content for you in your 50s for your podcast? You're also a 50-year-old comedian. Why can't you, like, I don't know, do something funny? Like, you're just like, yo, we're just looking at this girl with a bottle up her cooch, and that's the segment. That's pretty much the segment. Yeah, and I see why one of the wives to step in to stop this. Like,
Tell things were on the rocks for Tom and Christina's relationship during this episode a few years ago with Jimmy Carr, where Christina kept asking him goofy questions about being British, and Jimmy started making fun of her for it, which Tom loved. He thought it was hilarious. And then when she'd interrupt, Tom would sigh and look at Jimmy like, I'm sorry, she's here. Like he was embarrassed by her.
So do the Royals just have their own dialect? Or is that like a super upper crust accent? What is the royal accent?
Are the royal family posh is your question?
Well, like...
And this seems borderline retarded.
It is retarded. It is retarded.
Are the royal family... I remember once playing...
Jimmy Carr, can I ask you another retarded question?
Sure.
When you meet...
I don't think you couldn't.
Oh, I can't, yeah.
That'd be the more...
okay, at least Jimmy Carr is having fun with it. He's just glad that his wife is getting like made fun of. At least it looks like Christina's taking it on the chin, and it doesn't look like Jimmy's like going hard at her. He's just, you know, he's just being a comedian. Tom over here just loves seeing it. I don't think Jimmy's coming at her the way Tom is laughing so hard about this.
More interesting thing. Being thrilled with it, yeah.
Born in the USA is anti-Vietnam.
When you get booked, though,
we all knew that.
Do they?
Sorry, no, because we're talking. We're talking here. So
wait, Jimmy, I have a question.
No. Let men. Is it about 7-Up again, Jesus?
But about the English accent. Listen, about the monarchy, their accent though. Like, what is that? Just like so insular because they don't talk like anybody else in London. So what is that fucking accent?
So Tom was already over her at this point, which was a few years ago. You could see they're barely hanging on, and they had no chemistry anymore, which obviously hurt the podcast. Like when it started, people enjoyed it because they're just goofing around and trying to have fun. But then once Tom lost weight and became rich and famous, he got too serious, and Tom just seemed annoyed having to deal with his wife on a podcast. Like you could really tell the fun was over and the chemistry was gone with these two at the end of this episode when Christina tried making this inside joke she'd always make. But Tom wasn't having it, and he basically let her know that he finds it embarrassing and doesn't want her to do it anymore, which you could tell kind of offended her, and she probably feels like Tom is too serious now and she can't joke around with him anymore. You know, he only seems to be in a fun mood when he's hanging out with porn stars or searching for OnlyFans talent. Then it's all fun and games, and when his wife complains about it, he probably tells her she needs to lighten up. But then when she makes a stupid joke or asks a stupid question, you could tell he's like, "Can you believe this woman? She's so embarrassing." But I think she has much more of a right to be embarrassed by him with the shit he's doing and the jokes he makes about her.
I went to New York the other day, and I'm very excited.
Sorry, where?
New York.
I don't think you're pronouncing that right. The audience doesn't know where you're talking about.
Where would they understand?
Hello, Judork titties, Judork.
The fact that you say that to people openly all the time.
Yeah.
And I watch their brain go, oh, yeah, and they're like, what did you say? Like I see them do it all the time, and they're like, Judork.
You know why? Because I'm halfway to dead now. Even actually, I'm over halfway to dead.
That's very true.
And I've decided I'm just gonna have fun. I'm just gonna have fun. If it doesn't hurt anybody, I'm just having a good time.
So they had a good run, but Tom's head got way too big, and
yeah, you can kind of tell it's like an inside joke that they used to do. He's just not having fun with your partner anymore. It sucks. Been together for almost 2 decades, got 2 young kids, and now got to run the podcast studio as a divorced couple. And God only knows what Tom's going to start doing on his podcast with Bert now that he's no longer married, now that he's single, and how that's going to affect the working relationship. I don't know how that's going to work. Not to mention the kids on top of that. Yeah, that's... So that's going to be something different. What does this say? Huh. Oh, that's pretty much it, guys. So, but yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Hopefully they figure it out. If not, then don't really know, guys. Well, that's it for Too Lazy to Try. That's it for Too Lazy to Try. Peace. All right. One more left. Which one is this now? The Alex Myers situation is bad. This one has to do with his review of the movie Obsession, which I'm not gonna lie to you, because it almost seemed like he was defending Bear, and he kind of was. So I'm really looking forward to see what that's gonna look like. I don't know why my stream's saying we detected video in your stream belonging to someone else. Yes, because I'm reacting to Too Lazy to Try. I'm literally reacting to it. Like, what do you? I don't know. It's being weird. So my stream could be blocked, but it's like, dude, it's literally a reaction. Block if you plan to continue, please ensure that the whatever. Just being ridiculous. All right. This one's the last one of the day. This will be the last video. We're gonna wrap up and gonna wrap this up. The Alex Myers situation is bad from August the Duck. This is my first reaction to August the Duck. Never done this before. New channel. Looking forward to it. Make sure you guys check out his original channel. Make sure you subscribe to it. Make sure you check out. Oh wait, hold on. All right, we got this video from August the Duck. The Alex Myers situation is bad. I've kind of been looking over what the Alex Myers situation is. It's basically his review of the movie Obsession, which I finally got to see. Great movie. Horror's had a great run of movies. From Backrooms to Obsession. I mean, this movie's been in video games. Skate the Backrooms came out. We got a Halloween game coming out. We got a lot of new games coming out in the horror genre. The horror is eating real good, and I'm loving it. But yeah, let's check it out. August the Duck, the first time I'm reacting to some of his content. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, seeing what he's got. Let's go straight to it. August the Duck.
Honestly, don't think that there is any better single method to blowing up on YouTube than just hating women. We've seen it time and time again. All of the biggest YouTubers, all the biggest people on this website seem to secretly hate women, and eventually they just can't keep it a secret anymore. They've got to tell people. Is that why I only have 2 million subscribers? Is it because I love everybody? I should work on that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a brand new day, which means somewhere out there, a YouTuber has just outed themselves as an undesirable individual. It's like clockwork. Recently, there's been a bit of an uptick in the drama in the YouTube movie review community, which is surprisingly a niche here on YouTube that is more drama-filled than you might expect. But recently, I feel like we've hit some all-time highs after Alex Myers, one of the biggest movie reviewers on the website, released a video with a god-awful take on the recent horror movie Obsession. Now, if you've never seen the movie Obsession, I would recommend skipping out on this video because I think it's one of the best horror movies made in the last 10 years, and I think everybody should go see it. It's a fantastic movie, and I feel like you are doing yourself a disservice if you let it get spoiled for you at all, but especially if you let it get spoiled by watching this dog shit ass Alex Myers video. With that being
This is true. If you've not seen Obsession, I recommend you click off this video or this stream so you don't get spoiled. But even if you do get spoiled, go see the whole movie. I love that movie. It was a really good horror movie. Between this, Backrooms, oh god, what was that? Oh, it was the one horror movie with the kids. It was the kids and they were just running their arms and just weapons. That and weapons. It's been a great time for horror movie content. It really has been. I hate McAfee so much. But yeah, please go check that out. That looks really good. But yeah, no. That Alex Meyer, I've only seen like a clip of it. I've not seen the whole thing, and I hope August gets more into it because it helps me figure out just like what is going on with this.
said, if you haven't seen the movie and you are choosing to forego my warning, basically, it's a movie about a guy who makes a wish, and the wish is that the girl he has a crush on would love him more than anyone else. And the wish comes true, and it's never explicitly stated exactly what happens, but the idea is that something sort of replaces the girl that he has a crush on, whether it be like some sort of entity or whatever is never like fully stated, but something replaces the girl that he has a crush on, or more so kind of takes over her and starts to control her and makes her act in strange ways that to whatever is controlling her is showing this guy that she loves him more than anything. All the while, the real girl, whose name is Nikki, is kind of like a spectator in her own body. It's clear that she's still like a part of her original body, but she doesn't really have control over herself anymore. And it's a movie that tackles concepts of like consent, codependent relationships, and it's a movie that sparked a lot of online discourse because it's a movie where the villain and the antagonist are two different people. Obviously, the antagonist of the movie is the entity that controls Nikki, but the villain of the movie is the guy who made the wish, a guy named Baron or Bear. Because about halfway through the movie, it is made very clear that Bear realizes that the wish has worked. He realizes that Nikki is not really Nikki and she's being controlled, and he doesn't really give a shit. He continues to take advantage of the situation and prove himself to be a massive evil piece of shit. Obviously, it's all a bit more nuanced than that. There's a lot of details you're missing out on if you haven't seen the movie, but that's the general idea, and with you knowing that, you might be able to understand why this video has permanently tarnished Alex Myers' reputation, because the angle that he chose to take in his movie review of Obsession basically boils down to him thinking that the internet is just being too hard on Bear. Yeah, it's
Okay. I don't know why you would let's figure this out. Let's figure this out.
It's a very strange video that leaves you with the impression that maybe Alex Myers kind of relates to the character of Bear, or, you know, sort of sees himself in that character. It's just a lot of like incel adjacent, woman hater adjacent bullshit, and we're here to talk about it. The original video is about 25 minutes long, and then he made a follow-up like apology, non-apology video that's about 5 minutes, so there's a lot to go through. We're not going to waste any more time. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
Is an attempt at a good faith, nuanced look at the fictional movie Obsession and the characters therein, which will probably upset some of you for some reason.
Always a good.
All right, so if that's how we're starting the video, that already would be a red flag for me. Why would it make That's already a red flag. Saying it might upset some of you for some reason. That is already a red flag. All right. Not out to a good start, Alex.
Good start to a video when immediately the guy is like, this is probably gonna offend you, but just know it's because you're wrong.
Really? Are you okay?
Oh, no. Crystal necklace. Bear, get out while you still can. But then again, Nikki is a hot Latina, so one can only remain strong for so long.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't really know what we're gonna do. Okay, so this is how we start this. She's got a crystal necklace. Run away from her, but she's Latina, so it'll be hard. What? Who starts a video off like that? I just sat down. Really?
So I wouldn't call this like the main problem with the video, but I do think it's definitely something to at least bring up given the, subject matter of what he's discussing. There is a lot of this throughout the video where it's just like him reducing the two female characters to nothing but stereotypes based off their appearance. Lots of like, oh, she's a crazy Latina crystal mommy, oh, she's a septum girl kind of shit, just jokes that are very telling of how a person views women. And like, I guess it'd be one thing if it was just a joke or two here and there, and also if this video wasn't him basically like trying to go to bat for a person who essentially raped somebody later in the film, but all the context together makes it look not very good in my opinion.
Anything else?
I'll get a pina colada.
Pina colada?
Don't make fun of my drink. What?
I like a man who's in touch with his feminine.
Hey, whoa, didn't ask your opinion, Nikki. So here we get a look at who Nikki is. And she seems like she's kind of one of those girls who's like those like ball buster types, she's always like, ha, bitch can't handle all this. I've never met a guy who can keep up with me. And then they just lay there like SpongeBob. Also, again.
Fuck? Okay, so she joked with him a little bit. What? How the fuck did you get that from this? All right, yeah, yeah, no, wow, okay. Oh, this is gonna be a hell of a video. Oh my god. That's two red flag statements he's already said to where I'm just like, all right, this motherfucker's weird as shit now.
And somewhat ironic, but earlier Bear was like, you want me to be mean to her? Why would I do that? But then she's literally doing the same thing to him right now.
She's literally just joking. It's literally a joke. Calm the fuck down. You don't gotta be mean, but being able to joke back with her is like women like funny guys. If you can handle the joke and be able to throw a joke back at her, not trying to be malicious, just keeping it light and fun. Yeah. His friend didn't really help him when giving advice with Nikki. He really didn't help at all. Just
now, and it's clearly working, so interesting.
Okay, so it's just shit like this, and we haven't even managed to get to the portion of the video where it's like, hey, Bear's actually kind of a stand-up guy, and this is very telling of this guy's worldview. So from a woman making a playful joke to her friend that was clearly received well, that's enough for him to tell that she's a ballbuster who thinks that nobody can handle her, but she just lays there and does nothing when having sex with a man. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? You're literally just pulling shit out of your ass to talk shit on a woman. And then it gets even more confusing because you immediately bring up the whole thing about how Ian told Bear to be like playfully mean to her, implying that you like recognize what's happening here, which is just like playful joking, but you still take the opportunity to use this as a reason to call her a ballbuster with a self-inflated ego. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
So Bear's choices are Crystal Mommy or Septum Girl. So like, this dude never stood a chance. Like, you might.
what the fuck are you talking? Septum Girl or Crystal? What? The fuck is he talking about? What the fuck is he actually talking about? What is this commentary? What is this review he's doing? Also, what's wrong with the girl with a septum? Oh, it's that weird, with some weird stupid ass septum ring. It's some incel bullshit that's just either it's a joke or it's just like dumb. I don't know. Just what the fuck is he talking about?
Might as well put that chastity belt in your Amazon cart right now, my dude.
Okay, so I promise eventually we're gonna get to the meat and bones of the video, but I just keep seeing shit like this, and it's just, again, very telling. A guy sees a woman with a septum piercing, and his first thought is, I bet the guy that dates her has to have his dick locked up. It's like, these are not normal thoughts, my man. Your mind is rotten. You are revealing the kind of person you are and the type of shit that you spend your free time doing.
So as you can see, Nikki's starting to act a little out of character. She's saying things that don't make sense. She also demands to go over to his house to spend the night. And you know, to Bear's credit, he's not immediately jumping at the chance to take advantage of her or whatever. Like, he gives her privacy and space. He doesn't want to make it weird. He turns around when she takes her shirt off. And like, based on what people were saying about this movie online, I expected Bear to be this like horribly angry, misogynistic incel dude, right? But like, up until this point, he's just some super socially awkward loser who has a crush on a girl, and he uses a $7 wishing toy that he assumes is not going to work. And then when Nikki starts acting like this, he's very confused and put off by it.
Okay, so here's where we start to get to the main issues with this video, and I feel like there's a lot wrong with what he just said here, and they are things that will continue to present themselves throughout the video. First of all, a guy not taking advantage of a woman who appears to maybe be on something, or is just clearly behaving in a way where it seems like her psyche is altered, is not something to give someone credit for. That is just what you do. You do not get.
But apparently, according to Alex Myers, you should get points for that. That's just a normal thing to do, not try to take advantage of somebody. But for him, you deserve points for that, I guess. I guess that's not a normal thing. I guess Bear did the exception to the rule, I guess. Whatever the fuck. I don't know why he gave him points for that.
Get credit for not taking advantage of somebody who is not fully there. So the fact that he feels the need to go out of his way to say, to give Bear credit here at all is insane. Secondly, he says this shit about how like he expected Bear to be this horribly misogynistic person based off reviews, and then he says, but up until this point, he's been fine. This is something that he does throughout the review that drives me fucking insane. He continuously says, I read reviews, I saw people say this, I saw people say that about Bear, but up until this point he's been okay, which is like saying, you know, Michael Myers kind of gets a bad rap, but he doesn't kill his sister until like 3 or 4 minutes into the movie. Up until 3 or 4 minutes he just seems like a normal kid. You'd think a guy who reviews movies for a living would know that when a person talks about a movie that they just watched, they're talking about the entire fucking movie. And if you watch the entire movie, you learn who Bear is, you learn his morals, you learn his values, you learn how he has behaved. So it just drives me insane, and it makes no sense really whatsoever when his main defense for Bear seems to be, oh, I don't really understand why people are calling him a villain or a bad guy or a misogynist. He doesn't act that way until like halfway through the movie. And again, even if that is true, if you watch the entire movie, a person generally does not develop those sorts of morals over a few weeks. If he was willing to do these things throughout the movie, it's safe to assume he probably wanted to do them here too, because he fucking does. He used the word immediately very consciously because Bear doesn't immediately take advantage of her, but he does. He does eventually get into bed with Nikki, and he does eventually start kissing her. So I guess, what, pat on the back to Bear for giving it maybe 45 minutes before trying to fuck the girl who was not fully there? What a guy.
Okay, see, this is my point. Like, given the circumstances, Bear's being pretty normal about this, okay? Given what he does and does not know by this point in the movie, like, he could have slept with her, or he could have taken some kind of advantage of her, but
He eventually did, though. So what are you talking about? He eventually did. So because he didn't do it immediately, he gets points. No, he took advantage of her through the entire. He's ended up taking advantage of her for the entire rest of the movie. He had every opportunity to do the right thing, and he just deliberately chose not to. So I don't know why you're giving this fucker credit. I really don't know. I don't know why.
he was rather gentlemanly at the time.
Okay, so again, I feel like we are just going out of our way to try to give Bear credit here when there is no credit that needs to be given. Okay, even if we subscribe to this logic that a guy not taking advantage of a woman is something to give him credit for, again, he does. He does take advantage of Nikki. He gets into bed with her, they kiss each other, and the only reason that it doesn't lead to anything else is not because of Bear. Bear doesn't stop anything. Nikki freaks out out because presumably the real Nikki breaks through for a second and is able to move away. This freaks out Bear, and that's why it doesn't go anywhere. It's not like it doesn't go anywhere because Bear says, hey, maybe we shouldn't be doing this, let's just go to sleep. The only reason that they didn't have sex that night is because the real Nikki indirectly stopped it.
You love me more than anyone in the world?
Yes, more than anyone.
Now, okay, up to this point, I feel like Bear has plausible deniability. I mean, there's no way he would have known.
No, he doesn't have plausible deniability. No, he does. Because at that point in the movie, he knew what the fuck happened. So, no, he doesn't. Why is he caping for Bear this hard? I don't understand.
The cheap toy would work. He was genuinely concerned for Nikki the day after it started, and he refused to take advantage of her even when it was, like, presented to him, right? I mean, she kissed...
No, he didn't until she started freaking out because the real Nikki came out and stopped it. No! What the fuck is... Oh, God damn it.
him after all, right? Now, right here, though, at the halfway point of the movie, he does finally start to realize that the wish actually worked. But, like, even then, like, literally every rom-com is about trying to find a way to get the other person to like you, or you manufacture a meet cute or whatever, right? Like, I've seen some internet comment threads.
Are you comparing orchestrating a meet cute to making a wish that makes somebody who didn't have feelings for you gain those feelings out of nowhere, and it's not really them, and you taking full advantage of that? Those are not the same fucking things at all. Not even close, Alex. No.
Threads where it's like, he only saw her as an object and wanted to remove her autonomy. That's why he made that wish. But like he didn't wish that she would do whatever he wanted, or I wish that she would become.
He wished that she would love him more than anyone else. So let's not act like he wasn't trying to influence her to feel a way that she didn't feel beforehand. Like, stop it.
I'm obsessed with me and me only. He specifically wished that Nikki would love him more than anyone, which is literally what everyone who is
anyone in the world. Oh my God, he's being so stupid about this. He's being so fucking dumb about this. What the fuck are you doing?
ever had a crush once. Like every single fanfic about like, golly gee, I sure wish One Direction would kidnap me and fall in love with me all at the same time. Like as if half the girls who saw this movie haven't wished the exact same thing before.
Okay, so even when he finally starts to admit that there's a point where Bear realizes that the wish worked, he somehow still finds a way to be like, oh, well, I mean, there's probably women who want this too, so can they really complain? Like, it's just absurd. First of all, a person having a fantasy about something is like not the same thing as a person's real life actions, which if we're looking at this movie like that, these are Bear's real life actions. He has realized that the wish has worked. He has realized that something like supernatural or impossible has happened and a wish has made a person do his bidding. And this is confirmed for him as this woman who seemingly had very little interest in him just a few weeks ago is now saying that she loves him more than anything. A question framed very specifically to gauge whether or not this wish worked. Therefore, at this point, Bear is aware that something has happened, that he has essentially forced these feelings, forced these actions onto Nikki. And what does he do immediately after this is confirmed? He takes her home and he rapes her. Knowing that these are not her true feelings, knowing that these are things that she did not choose for herself, knowing that he wished into existence all of this for Nikki, he takes her home and he has sex with her. Funnily enough, instead of mentioning this at all, Alex goes on to defend Bear for 2 or 3 minutes straight, talking about how this is no different than a Disney movie, how anytime anything like this has ever happened in media where it's a woman who wishes for a man to love her, nobody cares, even though the...
Are you kidding me? Yes, they did care. They knew it was wrong, and that ended up being the moral of the story. That you can't force somebody to like you or force somebody to have feelings for you when they don't. See, this is my thing. You're using these examples, but you don't know the fucking formula for those movies. The lesson ends up being you can't force somebody to like you if they don't like you. So this isn't even good examples for his argument for Bear. Like, what the fuck is your problem? That's not even a good argument.
Movies that he brings up are fundamentally different. He starts quoting fucking Reddit comments about how the people who engage in these sorts of conversations about the movie are mentally unstable fans. He also like completely contradicts himself multiple times. Like, for example, he says this.
Like, you have to look at the context, okay? If Bear had gone to the store specifically and been like, hey, do you have something that'll force a girl to fall in love with me? Or if he like searched on the internet for some kind kind of like weird ritual that's gonna make anyone fall in love with you, then yeah, that's some funky stuff, man.
Which, like, yeah, sure, I guess on paper it would be worse if Bear was out purposefully looking for something that forced a girl to love him and then use that to his advantage. But again, like we just established in this scene, he realizes that's what he has found. He comes to the full realization that the One Wish Willow worked, and he has, in fact, forced Nikki to love him. So you can't really say that it'd be really bad if he was trying to find that specifically, and then say, oh, well, he's actually not that bad of a guy when he realized that's what he had found, and he did nothing about it. Different paths, yes, but same realization, same outcome.
But this also brings up another interesting thematic element of the movie, I guess, which is like people are saying, you know, if he truly loved Nikki, then he would do this incredibly selfless thing for her. But remember, his wish was not that Nikki would become obsessed with him. He wished that she would love him. So why isn't her love for him as selfless as you're claiming that his love for her should be? You know what I'm
Because it's forced upon her. What the fuck? Because it's forced upon her. So it's not, it would never be a selfless thing because it's forced upon her. She never felt that way about him. But he's being a selfish motherfucker because he knows that the spell worked and he won't do he won't do the selfless thing in order to not have Nikki underneath that spell anymore. He's just taking full advantage of it and being a coward to do what needs to be done to save Nikki.
saying? Again, I'm not saying Nikki's the bad guy or Bear is some like blameless victim or whatever. I'm just saying there's many ways you could look at this movie.
So again, this just feels like a pointless attempt to try and make Bear seem like a better guy. And it's just such a silly question because it seems pretty obvious if you think about it for just a moment. It seems pretty apparent that the One Wish Willow is not inherently bad. Like it's not necessarily a monkey paw situation or a genie kind of thing. Like if it is a wish that can happen with no negative consequences, that is how it will happen. That's why the wording of the wish is so important. The wish was that he wished Nikki would love him more than anyone else in the entire world. And I feel like the implication there, at least the way that I interpreted it, is that Nikki, as she is normally, did not possess the capability for that to be true. She was never going to be a person who loved Bear more than anybody else in the entire world. So she had to be replaced or controlled or something. Something fundamental had to change about her because those were not feelings that she was going to be able to possess as she stood. So she gets replaced, and then this thing that has replaced her has to learn how to, quote, love him more than anything in the freaking world. And what happens is how it manifests itself. Again, just like a pointless talking point trying to somehow make Nikki the bad guy again. Anyways, the rest of the video is him just sort of wrapping up how the movie ends and, you know, giving one final like, oh, I'm not saying that Nikki's the bad guy, and, you know, Bear's definitely not a great dude, before reiterating his stance that seems to essentially be that, like, the first half of the movie is more nuanced and it kind of presents Bear as a more redeemable person. Now, obviously, when this video was uploaded and still live on YouTube, it was being met with a ton of backlash, which resulted in Alex posting this comment onto the video. I'll let you read it, but I feel like you don't really need to because it's kind of just
Fortunately, some of you are doing the very thing I talked about in the video. You are only seeing and hearing what you want out of my video. So if you actually listen to what I'm saying, as I say multiple times in the video, Bear is bad. He does bad things. He is a villain. My video was in reaction to people saying that he is some kind of evil incel in the beginning. I want to look at how he goes from just a normal dude into the villain. I say in the video that after he realizes the wish worked, he goes on to be the bad guy and gets worse and worse. I didn't feel the need to show every single instance of him being bad like the post-dinner scene. You mean where he assaulted her? You didn't feel the need to bring that up for some reason? Okay. Because they are all covered by the statement itself. No, it wasn't. I literally say that he is bad multiple times. You are defending Bear. Like, I don't, like, what are you doing? In the video, I tried to make it clear that I am not defending him. You were. But some of you are literally only hearing what you want to hear. No, we heard you. We just realized that you had a bullshit ass take. I want to look at how he goes from a normal kind of depressed loser guy into the villain, and not that he is a villain from the beginning. SA is bad. I'm so glad you know that. Bear is bad. He does very bad, selfish things. I literally say this at multiple times in the video. I truly don't understand how. Alex, At this point, you should have just left this shit alone. You shouldn't have even done this. You shouldn't have even made this video because you got all this attention that you fucking idiot. Should have just let this go, bro.
Reiterating a lot of the shit that he said in the video, which again seems to sort of boil down to him saying that he was like an okay, halfway decent character in the beginning, which even if it was true is a weird hill to die on considering how the movie ends, but again, it's not true. A person does not behave like this overnight, which is evidenced by the fact that he did take advantage of her. He did get into bed with her. He did allow her to kiss him. And again, the only reason that anything stopped was because the real Nikki broke through and freaked him out. Anyways, he eventually took down the video and uploaded this apology video that he then later took down as well. And I think after you watch it, you will realize.
So you took down the original video because you were rightfully getting criticized and shit on for it. And then you deleted the apology. I wonder what this apology looked like. Hold on. Because he's got it. Hold on.
Why he did that. We're not going to be watching the entire thing because I don't think most of it is really worth talking about. There are a couple of things, though, that I take issue with that I think are worth talking about that we're going to take a look at.
I elected to not show every single bad thing he did because A, the video was already very long, and B, I had already said.
So you left out the scene where he takes advantage of her after the dinner because the video was too long? That's really interesting. That's really interesting, Alex.
That he was bad, so I didn't feel the need to show every example of that because.
You mean of him assaulting her because you said he was bad? You felt like you didn't have to show the part where he assaulted her. Not really helping yourself right now, big dog. Not really helping yourself right now.
I tried to make it clear that from like the diner scene onward, he is bad.
Okay, so I think this is a terribly shitty excuse, especially when your video is basically like, oh, I think the internet is being too hard on Bear. I think when your video is like softly trying to defend the actions of a character, it is your duty to talk about all the bad things they do, or at least the worst things that they do, many of which you left out. Again, to make a video that is basically in defense of Bear and to leave out any mention whatsoever of the scene that follows the diner scene where Bear and Nikki are engaging in non-consensual intercourse is absurd. That is crazy. You cannot say that you're making a video or you're like trying to have a conversation in good faith and then leave that out. I also think that it's strange that you didn't include the fact that he tried to vomit up the pills at the very end. I think that's very telling of Bear's character. And yes, obviously you can't talk.
Oh yeah, because when he realized he had, because to break the, oh god, I'm gonna spoil it. To break the wish, he has to unalive himself. And he swallowed a bunch of medication to do it. And at the last second, tried to vomit it up. So even when he was trying to do the right thing, he's still like too much of a coward to go through with it. So yeah, no, Bear was not going to do it. He was pussing out at the end. Yeah. So that says a lot about him as a character.
Talk about every single thing a character does in a 20-minute long video, but like I said, you can include the worst things, and I think you missed quite a few.
The video was not meant to be a defense of Bear. I think I say that in the video. It is an objective observation of how he gets from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie.
So this is the last thing I'll touch on because I think it's just kind of funny. You can say whatever you'd like. Just because you say, oh, this video where I defend Bear vehemently is not a defense of Bear does not make the video not a defense of Bear, because it very much was. You, by definition, multiple times defended the actions of Bear. You went as far to give him credit, your words, for not sexually assaulting a person. Like, if that's not defending somebody, I'm not sure what is. Giving a guy credit for not immediately exposing himself as a complete moral failure, even though he is not really what you would do unless you were defending that person. Not really any other way around it. Well, guys, what are your thoughts? Like I said, like I think I made pretty clear at this point, I think that this was a terrible video, and I truly do not know what possessed this guy to make it, because it seems like on some level he is aware that like what Bear did throughout the movie was bad. I think that's why he like purposely left out out so many things that Bear did because he knew that it was going to inevitably hurt his argument. So like I think he's aware that Bear's a bad guy, but for some reason just felt like he had to go to bat for him, and I don't understand why. Maybe he hates women, maybe he sees himself in the character, maybe he just wanted to stir the pot, get some engagement, make some YouTube money, and it backfired. Who knows? I'm gonna be honest, I've like never watched any of his videos before this, so I don't really know if this is like out of character for him. I don't know if any of his videos have like hinted to him having these sorts of thoughts in the past. I don't know. This is my one and only exposure to Alex Myers, so gotta be honest, not a great first impression. I guess the only bright side of this video being made is that hopefully it brings more attention to this fantastic movie. Seriously, if you haven't seen Obsession, go see it. It's a banger. And like I said, I think if you go watch it and you like experience the entire movie for yourself, and then you come back and rewatch this guy's video, it just sounds 10 times worse. Because I feel like you could probably pretty clearly understand the issue of this video just having the movie explained to you. But if you watch it, it's just like, what the fuck was this guy thinking? Guess we'll never know. See ya.
Right, that is it. Shout out to August the Duck. It was a great video. Alex Myers. I don't know what the fuck's going on with you, bro. But if we see any more terrible takes from you, I will be reacting to it and posting it on my channel to try to get to the point where I can start making money. All right, that's it for the video today. Peace, guys. And that is it for the stream, actually. Had about a little over 2 hours, knocked out a couple of videos. Should be editing and posting one at least today or tomorrow. Then I'll post the other two during the week. And I'll also be streaming another time during the week, either tomorrow or I'll be streaming. I'm trying to get a better like streaming schedule to do, at least stream at least 2 days a week. And then once I get a little bit more, once I get different free time, I might be streaming about 3. Nah, I'm gonna stick with 2. I'm gonna try 2 streams a week max, and then see if I can build on there. But that is it for today, guys. Peace out.